Good morning, afternoon, and evening. Today we're talking about the top 10 reasons why I hate LeBron James. Starting with number 10, he brought a championship to Cleveland before Buffalo won a championship. We know that Buffalo, Cleveland, and several other cities are long suffering. Cleveland did not deserve a championship before Buffalo, and LeBron James ruined that. And because of that, LeBron James is someone I hate. Now, moving on to number 9, LeBron James is a necromancer. Now, you're going to say, what proof do you have that LeBron James is a necromancer? What proof do you even have that LeBron is a necromancer? What proof do you have that necromancy even exists? Well, I'll be honest with you. LeBron has 50,000 points and is still averaging like 27 points as a 40-year-old man. I'm pretty sure you have to do some sort of dark ritual that probably involves necromancy in order to do that. So, yeah, we know that the Diddy lawyer won't defend you if you do necromancy. So, we got to make sure that the Diddy lawyer talks to LeBron. And if he says, yeah, I don't need to represent LeBron, then we know LeBron didn't do necromancy. But he's probably just going to say, I'm not going to represent LeBron. So I think LeBron did necromancy. Number 8, LeBron James dunks. I don't like anybody who dunks. I think dunks are terrible for the game of basketball, and I think we need to remove them from the game of basketball and penalize them with a loss of points. They are disrespectful to the opposing team, and they show that you do not actually care about the fundamentals of basketball. And LeBron James has been somebody who has dunked for over 20 years at this point, 22 years at this point in the National Basketball Association, and that's ridiculous. Number 7, he was the number 1 overall pick of the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just don't like number 1 overall picks in drafts. I don't like that. I don't like Ryan Leaf. That's just a personal opinion. If I were, a sports person and I got picked number 1 overall, I would refuse to go and play for the team. I would just be like, yeah, you know what? No, I told you I don't want to be the first overall pick. I don't like the first overall pick. It's not a thing I like. So that's just a personal grievance. But I like late round picks. Like if LeBron were the 60th pick, well, like the 51st pick, let's say the 51st pick, because I think that's equivalent to pick 199 in the NFL draft, I'd probably like him more. I don't like Tom Brady because I'm a Bills fan, but I respect him. I don't even think I respect LeBron. Number 6, LeBron James decided to go to Stephen A. Smith and tell Stephen A. Smith to shut up at a basketball game. LeBron was just like, yeah, Stephen A., keep my son's name out your mouth. Here's the thing, though. It's Stephen A.'s job to talk about LeBron and to talk about Bronny. And if Bronny's playing bad in the NBA, Stephen A. Smith has every right to point that out. And honestly, I kind of agree with Stephen A. that Bronny shouldn't be in the NBA, and LeBron should probably have that talk with Bronny and be like, go to the G League, or he can't go back to college because of the rules about amateurness. He should have stayed in college for another year. And I mean this out of respect here. He suffered a cardiac arrest beginning of his first year of college. Recovering from that's hard. We saw what happened with DeMar Hamlin. Took him a year to get back into playing shape and get ready, and then the second year he was one of the big pieces of the Bills' defense. That's what Bronny needed. But instead, Bronny didn't get that. Bronny's out there in the NBA playing terrible because he didn't have time to develop into an NBA player. Now, moving on to number 5. The number 5 reason I hate LeBron James is because the GM stuff is absolutely true. Look at all the stuff he did. He started the Big 3 era. He started all that nonsense. If it weren't for LeBron, there's no Kevin Durant Warriors. There's no none of that stuff. And I'm a Warriors fan. I would have loved to have KD for a while, but I think Steph, Dre, and Clay, they could have won championships without KD because they proved they did before and after. And LeBron is the reason why Kevin Durant played for the Warriors. LeBron is the reason why Big Threes exist. LeBron is the reason why we have the current luxury tax situation with the first and second apron. Because LeBron causing KD to go to the Warriors caused the NBA to react to that and do the hard cap thing that they didn't need to do. That's a whole other thing. Now, moving on to number 4, that block of Andre Iguodala in the 2016 finals was absolutely disrespectful, diabolical, and would have been a penalty if that had been done on anybody else. If LeBron had attempted to block that shot and done it in the exact same way against anybody else on that Warriors team, except maybe Steph Curry, because Steph doesn't get the superstar calls, that would have been a foul, 2 shots from the free throw line, because LeBron made contact with the body of Iguodala. That was a shooting foul. And I hate that because that's ridiculous. And I have a feeling that LeBron paid off the refs in some way. I agree with Ayesha Curry. It's rigged. Somebody paid off the refs. They wanted a Game 7. I agree with Ayesha Curry from the 2016 finals. Now, moving on to the number 3 reason why I hate LeBron James. And now, this is kind of personal. He plays for the Lakers. Yeah, he plays for the Lakers. They're the Lakers. They don't need to have a superstar every time. Why? Why can't LeBron go play for the Jazz? Why can't LeBron play for the Trailblazers, the Thunder? Why can't he go play for a small market team? Sure, yeah, he played for the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers aren't necessarily like, the smallest market. Buffalo's a smaller market. Although if you count the metropolitan area, Cleveland, Buffalo, Toronto, all that, pretty much same area. And obviously the Raptors are the basketball team for that. But he doesn't need to be playing for the Lakers. I would have more respect for LeBron if he went and took the Clippers to the NBA Finals. The Lakers go to the NBA Finals every other 5 minutes. But no, I got to go to the Lakers. Moving on to the number 3 reason why I hate LeBron. Number 3, and this one is big. This one's going to shock you. He spends $1 million a year on his body on unproven supplements and other things like ice baths and physiotherapy and all that stuff. And by doing that, he is encouraging other people to go out and spend money on things that they don't need, potentially get medical treatment they don't need, get medical tests that they don't need, get exposed to unnecessary radiation with x-rays and MRI machines. And this is a very personal one for me, because also, let's say hypothetically I break my leg tomorrow. I need treatment, right? Right, I need treatment. Go out, easy. Go through my leg, go to the hospital, do all that stuff. LeBron breaks his leg tomorrow. They're probably going to give him a new leg. Just a brand new leg. A Cybertronic leg. Because he's LeBron. And then LeBron's going to play till he's 80. But on top of that, like ice baths, we know don't necessarily help with recovery. My understanding is actually that heat helps more with recovery. The person who created RICE, which is rest, elevation, compression, ice, rest, ice, compression, elevation, actually finally admitted that he was wrong a couple years ago, so that's great. And I'll be honest with you, this extends to more than just LeBron. All of these athletes who spend way too much money on unproven supplements and all of that stuff, it frustrates me because we see people doing that. Now, the number 2 reason I hate LeBron is nepotism. Now, I figured you all thought this would be number 1, but nah. Now, we'll get to number 1 in a minute. LeBron James got Bronny James drafted not only into the league, but to the Lakers. Sure, he's a second-round pick. Most of the time, if you're a second-round pick, nobody cares. Sure, we've had some second-round picks go on to have great careers. Some second-round picks, maybe even potential Hall of Famers. I think we've had a couple of second-round Hall of Famers. But LeBron got Bronny onto the Lakers. The Lakers. The most successful team in NBA history. They've had Kobe. They've had Shaq. They've had LeBron. They've had Wilt. They've had all these dudes. They had Kareem. No, they didn't have... Yeah, they had Kareem. They had Magic. They had all of these dudes. And you know why they're called the Lakers? They're called the Lakers because they're from the land of lakes in Minneapolis. But yeah, the nepotism's not great. And that's one of the reasons why I hate LeBron. The number 2 reason, in fact. And the number 1 reason why I hate LeBron is all the stuff going on with the glazing LeBron. And people saying, if my boyfriend don't or my girlfriend don't love LeBron more than they love me, I don't know if I can trust them. That's unhealthy relationships right there. I really don't like that. You should love your, your partners, your family, all of that more than you love just a random basketball player, even if that random basketball player is LeBron. So, yep, that's really frustrating to me to see that because it makes me think that a lot of people are all like, yeah, 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 LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. And then, like, somebody is, I could almost guarantee you somebody is going to leave somebody else at the altar over LeBron. And it's going to be tragic, and I'm not happy about that. Anyway, these are the top 10 reasons why I hate LeBron James. So thank you for tuning in. All right, everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you can follow me on Patreon for $1 a month. And Mariners recap videos will be published 12 to 14 hours before they'll be published on YouTube on there. You'll also have some access to things that I write, plus some blog posts. I might use it as a website, and you can book me on Cameo. You can follow me on Instagram, and well as Blue Sky at Sammy5436. Thank you for watching.